3, LOC 5, C4 yafuka ya kombaka wa parliament. So the plan is that if the administrators to do what they are supposed to do, you people, them because you're there, everywhere, authority, BTV Satu, administrators, whoever political leaders, security personnel, all those, why don't they? Because they want to expose this. Even now, you know, when I started my mobilization, 1960s, this is how we were under UPC, which was actually hostile to us, because some of us had belonged to D, like in my Ankole Northeast. We had our people were mainly DP. As a cut area in the 1960s, I was able to mobilize the people under UPC. For that, okay, UPC, Yabba Kalulu, Akankaga Mwevili. For 5 years, Mbuturi, that was to be prime minister. No, I told them, some of the opinion, Zire, to Zire, from 1962 up to 67, abantu bange butiyami omusogo wako butiyami not to develop, separate. If government took power, right, I would I would develop all the homesteads around. And if in 1967 we vote and things settle, good. If we don't, continue doing the economic, what may remain problematic. So we were able to work under UP. When I organized the Banyankore to have Sengenge. If you go to that area now, it is all Sengenge. Want to ask Sengenge. The one who mobilized 1967, 68, 69. So the UPC Mbarara went and accused me. Said, Akana, a young boy, has made people to make Sengenge okusiba Sengenge mateka. So I came. I came with two elders, and we met President Babiha. He was UPC minister of, but also minister of animal industry. I was interested in animal veterinary matters. So when I came at one day, we briefed him. We said, Your Excellency, we have asked for land titles from Mbarara people. They have refused. So we have temporarily put Sengenge between when I speak, my neighbor doesn't speak Enkwa, so in order to control that, see, this is not for land. This is for controlling movement. The house of my neighbor should not come to my farm to bring Enkwa. We have sprayed, and he has not sprayed. So when those Mbara people, they can come and do their boundaries. But for now, this is temporary. Babi has said, go over. You people, they became stupid long ago. That the UPC of Mbara became stupid long ago. And we, so you can do work for the people. Whatever government is in power, even if you don't support it, but you use the positives of that government. If there are some positives, you use them to support your people. So now, if, like in this case, if people are being arrested, what I if a councillor, especially a member of parliament, I would document. On Monday, so and so was arrested. He was taken to court on Tuesday. Bring facts and confront Prime Minister there in Abanye. But facts not to come because some of these people may not have time to cross-check. You need to buy but to go to the way you because you want to help your people. So therefore, the medicine for some of these is for me to cross-check and discipline the ones who are misbehaving. Like for instance, my staff. There is the police officer there. Assistant Commissioner Police Kasinje, she's there, woman. Not a free informant here. So, in intelligence, a walk, say a this was a walk-in. He just walked in. So this man has just walked in. He knows people who are being arrested for no reason. Now I want to get like 5 cases. And then we go for those who did that. This is where we go for them. So there's a free information. No. But really, the answer for this it is for the whole population, especially the leaders, to compile and expose this to the relevant authorities. Now, the other day there was a debate in Parliament where the Minister of State, General Mohozi, made a statement to answer. This is what I've been saying: people disappeared, people disappeared, people disappeared. Now it turned out, me I am not following you. Omanyize name mbera kumirimo yo gaga kugaga was nsiamu sifuna bude kwa kuja ebimu. So but now I came to know that these pro-opposition groups, when there is an issue, they go to the NGOs to tell the NGOs, okwawabira Uganda, mu NGOs, bakuta omuntu abuzeewo, oba omuntu abuzeewo, report to the police station. They go to the NGO. Kubanga abazungu. Naye omuzungu munange tagenda kukuta wano. Eno bagiyita Republic of Uganda. Nawulira bwentyo. Ate owebweru okujja wano nga si kyangu munange. Gavo bakambwarada. So that's why the information doesn't come, because you don't tell the one who should be report to the police station. Kiteke mukataboko bwino na ropa. If action is not taken, then we know whom to blame. So these arrests are illegal. The way to fight them is by yes, the people in authority should fight it like I fight it, but also the public should use the structures they have, democratic structures, to expose this, because that was really the purpose. That was the insurance. Uganda Airlines, two problems which somebody quoted. One was that some of the member countries don't have foreign currency. Me, I wouldn't worry about that, because I'm not Uganda Airline manager, but if I have one, if I've got a local currency in Uganda here, I can see what to buy here locally, which I can take and sell it is needed. They should see, because you have been hearing the debate in the world. Many countries want to go away from the dollar and so on. So if, like in Uganda, in the past when we didn't have money, now we've got quite a bit of money. But the time when we didn't have money, foreign currency, if I Uganda shillings, I could see what could I buy within Uganda with the shillings. Then I could look at buy cows and take them to Sudan, or buy gold. Is there gold to buy? If there is gold, that's already hard currency. So to be open-minded, because some of the countries may not have foreign currency easily, but they can see what buy, minerals, some of the agricultural products which are easier to resell. They can look at it. Now, Somalia, meaning the EAC, and having security problems. The issue of economic integration is about market, common market. Akatare, Awamu. Somalia is already part of the East African community. Because if you go, I'm sure, if you go to the shops, they are full of East African goods. I'm sure. When I went there last time, I got shops, but I suspect that Somalia is full of East African goods. Even before Somalia joined the community. So, if that is the case, why not formalize it? And the issue of insecurity, you people, you like foreigners. You're all busy with those people. You must have heard of the USA when it was developing. In the 1960s, I never went to, I think I went to film shows like twice in my life. There was a Mirundi, again, I come from film wow. But I used to see advertisements in Mbarara town, here in Kampala, even in Nairobi when I would be passing through Salam. In those days, there were films called The Wild West. Wild West. Western part of the United States, which had a lot of insecurity. Of cowboys shooting, you remember? Those parts were already part of the United States. They were insecure, but couldn't throw away cloth. Kubanga eriko sere. Manyisere abawanu abayayi bomutawuni manyisere. So what can I hear? Oh, sere nyankole korito obukurra bukwata kungoye zo when you are through the bush, not the bush, the gardens which are overgrown with sere. So I can't run away from my farm because there is sere. It is insecurity, but it is my farm. It is part of my livelihood, part of our structure. So insecurity, we shall handle it, but meanwhile trade is also going on. Because even within the war, goods are going. We are fighting here, when we cut off Katonga, we are getting the fellows who like alcohol. That's when I saw something called Primus. I said, what is Primus? This is beer from Burundi. Primus beer was coming from Burundi all the way to Kayabwe here, Kayabwe near here. So even in the chaos, the trade was going on. So why not to bring them? Now, on the non-tariff barriers, this is, of course, unfortunate, but this is why we feel sorry. I feel sorry for people because I hear that there are 500 radios TVs and Katimbasa Bogereci. What do they think about? Bogera Kufuma Museveni. Kali, bagende maso. But those radios should be talking about issues like the non-tariff barriers, because that's where your future is. Your future. What is their future? Integration is very crucial for your survival, for your prosperity. People don't talk about it. To talk about, I don't know what, America, what? If you are really talking to here, and the ones in Kenya, the Tanzania, you are all talking about livelihood, how to survive, you people. Abalimye kasoli, ani anagula kasolo yo, aba sukari, ebikado mara. Then you would build up public opinion in East Africa, which would isolate those who don't see this. But you don't talk about it. You're talking about other things. I don't know what you talk about. European clubs, that you watch European clubs, football. I've never watched a single European club. I stopped playing football myself. Why do I play myself? Why do I have to watch others, especially Europeans? Nasembe okuzanya omupiira 1966. That was my last time in Mukisawe. Then I went to this year, Obuyekera, and ideological struggle. So these non-tariff barriers are really blind. Some few years ago, some people came here, so too far. Tanzania is bringing a lot of rice. So I said, and this is killing rice. How can you kill me if I'm sitting here and you're also sitting there? How can you kill me? Omuntu ajja omuceeri Tanzania ne gutunda ku bbeeyi ya wansi okusinga ogugwo kwa wano. That means you are an inefficient grower. No, they wanted me to block the muceeri of Tanzania. I said, no, I'm not going to do that because I block the muceeri of Tanzania, Tanzania blocks something from you. When shall we trade together? So I refused. Here, Tanzania still blocks. So I will go to see Her Excellency Samia say, now, I couldn't protect the inefficient muceeri growers of Uganda. Nabagamba bwe muti musobola kuvuganya n'omuceeri gwa Tanzania muveemu mugende mukole ebirala. You do other things. Because there's some unfair. First of all, you are unfair to the Ugandans. Okubawaliza bubagule omuceere gwa beeyi ya waggulu kubanga gwa bano these inefficient Ugandan so-called rice growers. So you are first of all unfair to the Ugandans. Naye ate oguddewo olutalo na Tanzania kubanga bw'oggala omuceere gwa Tanzania nabo bagenda kuggala kirala. So I opened, and if you look at the figures, the trade balance now is so much in favor of Tanzania between our two countries. Uganda has got a trade surplus. All the other countries, except especially Tanzania, but to some extent Kenya also, because Kenya, I also hear they are blocking this, blocking that. Nagana blocking omuceere. So I discussed with Her Excellency. The integration means, because some of them say, we are giving you a quota of what to bring. Give me a quota. Because this is one market. Katereka leka oyo okukola ekintu more efficiently. Tumuguleko na by East Africa. Kuanga walo like omuceere gwa Tanzania. If they are, let them, let's all mugulu gwa Tanzania ugwamwe muguleki muve mu bibali mwana byabadagako. Do other things. Amata twali omuntu asobola okuvugana na Uganda mu mata. Abalalo balemera ku nte nkwa. So there's nobody who can outcompete Uganda in milk. There's nobody who can outcompete Uganda in matoke. So we have got things where Uganda has got a historical, maybe even a cultural. Kubanga bantu babimu nnyo bino by'omuceere until 1960 when I was 15 when we tested it. We didn't give it a good name. I don't want to give you the name we gave it in Tunga. We have got the areas where we have a lot of strength. Our people from near the coast, like Tanzania, emiceere edda koragana n'Abarabu n'Abayindi babiruddemu. So they can grow the muceere. So we're going to, but it will be good singa obudde bwamwe mu radios and TV singa mbuteeka ku okunyonyola abantu ebikwata ku bulamu bwabwe, because you are misleading yourselves mu ebyo by'okugomaaza abantu. Because when you see countries like Latin America is richer than the United States in terms of natural resources. Amazi, Emiga, the Amazon River, Ebira, the Amazon forest, minerals. So Latin America is richer than the United States in terms of resources. But in misery, because of the way they are organized, the fragmented market, Nicaragua, they are rich in presidents and poor in everything else. Excellency this, Excellency that, right on the wall, bijudeyo. Na yowavu munange Latin America. So, what the NRM has been begging you, Atibi Wandi Keno, we have been telling you, you want to be a Latin America, in Africa, or a United States of America in Africa. Singa mandika okwogera mwena batakubulamu bwamwe. N'aba Kenya nabo, nimukwana nabo. Because you find ones who are pushing like okuteka omusolo ku muceeri, just a few individuals serving selfish interests. They don't care about their own country or East Africa. Now, land reform, it is true we have not done much on this bad land system, Mairo, all that, because we were diverted by Corona Munange. So I had to concentrate on saving you from dying, and I'm very glad that not many of us died. But it is true, we have not addressed some of the issues, we know them. Even the money, we had to divert a lot of money to Ebola, to COVID, all the locusts. We have been eating all these. But the good thing is that we are moving forward, and at the right time we should deal with the issue of the land. Or even there, what we had already done, like the 1998 Land Act, that act was strong because it protected the Owichibanja. Victory is because they don't follow the Land Act. You know, your Banasomako, the age of Chayamba Bantu Bawansi. That is part of the problem. Otherwise, the law which is there would protect those people. Finally, wetland encroachment. We have been busy with Corona, but at the time, those people out of the wetlands, because the wetlands, I don't know, the problem I see here, you people, you have so many Ugandans. Muri bantu balala, because in Runyankore, it's very clear, even in the other dialects, Ekshara, that's the swamp. The swamp is very clear. Certain grasses which you find there. One particular grass is Ebugugu. I think it is Cypera latifolia, the scientific name. Wherever there is Ebugugu, that is a wetland. Then you get other grasses, you get the papyrus, you get the other grasses. So, even when they encroach, those grasses still come. Therefore, once we reach the campaign, you will not survive. The next batch.
Thank you, Your Excellency. The next questions are from Judith Kukunda, Elizabeth Ankunda, Elizabeth Karunji, Dora Atuonjeire, and Sarah Kingo, in that order. Remember, be precise. One question to the point. Thank you. Judith.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. My name is Judith Kukunda and I work with Uganda Radio Network. My question is about recent regulation regarding coffee exports from Uganda. The European Union last month issued regulations where it said they are not going to accept coffee exports when they are not from farmers who are registered, and also when those farmers have not proved that they planted that coffee from areas which were not deforested. So my question is government worried about price drops, and does this leave coffee farmers, for instance, if they are saying that they're not going to accept coffee by 2025, because I understand that the European Union 60% of Uganda's coffee products. Thank you.
Thank you. Elizabeth. We have to Elizabeth. Elizabeth Ankunda, are you around? She's there.
Thank you, Excellency. My name is Elizabeth Ankunda, India. Your Excellency, I will request you to allow me ask this question in Uganda since it goes down to a common person. Your Excellency, Ministry y'eby'ettaka ekyagenda maaso okugaba ebyapa ebisukka mu ku ttaka limu. Your Excellency, ensonga eno yeeyongedde obutabanguko bw'ettaka ggwanga Uganda. Aba Excellency besse bafiiridde ebintu byabwe. Your Excellency, ensonga eno y'amaanyi nnyo naddala mu district envanze ng'omuntu ey'Gomba. Excellency, bannagomba bannayuganda okutwaliza awamu baagala kumanya Your Excellency ensonga eno egenda gonjoolwa etya. Your Excellency, egenda kusaba ntwala akakisa kano nti olwaleero nkusinkanye okusaba nti bannagomba bakusaba n'obukakamu obusembayo obasinkane oyogereko nabo ensonga eno obuhumurize Excellency habw'okuba emitima yabo eyalakirire. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth Murungi. Please introduce yourself and the media house you come from or you represent. Thank you.
I'm Elizabeth Kamurungi. I'm from the Daily Monitor. Mr. President, will you...
Kalungi or Karungi?
Kamurungi.
Kamurungi.
Yes.
It's Kamurungi. It must be Kamurungi. I'm Toro.
No, I am Nyoro.
Mnyoro. Oh, that's in order. For Banyoro, the Kamurungi. It's true.
Yes.
So I thought you were a Mnyankwere who is studying Nyankwere.
Yeah.
But Banyoro, they don't put a Y, they put Murungi.
Yes. Mr. President, will you run for office 2026? And on a related
remove
matter,
your mask and speak. Remove your mask.
Mr. President, will you run for office in 2026? And on a related matter, how are your thoughts on the question of transition in a country that has not seen a peaceful one from one president to the other? Thank you.
Dora Atwanjiri. I hope I've pronounced your name correctly.
Excellency, my name is Dora Atwanjiri. I work with media. My question is, it has become very common to see soldiers conducting or carrying out land evictions, and these are civilian land or court-ordered land evictions. This has watered down the reputation of the army, the force, because these are just soldiers in uniform. Has something changed that the men in uniform or soldiers in uniform now have to come and carry out these orders?
Thank you, Dora. Lastly, Rebecca Jingo. Microphone, please.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Kaji from Soft Power News. Now, Uganda has carpet smooth roads across the countryside.
Has got?
Carpet smooth roads.
Roads. Smooth roads.
Smooth roads in the countryside, but it has become the norm in Kampala that every outlet to every suburb has potholes, to the point that Ugandans now make memes and jokes about it. What's then the next is traffic jams. The cost of traffic jams and potholes to business in Kampala is immense. It may take 4 hours for somebody to drive from Nigeria to Kampala. What challenge is it that COVID impacted our resource pass? And relatedly, private sector foundation has been charged with organizing the Eastern African Economic Summit as a prevent to the NAM. Ndoza bino kambyogere mu Luganda, abagenyi baffe tebabiwuliriza. Tuli mu kutya kubanga abakulu bajja kuba bali mu nnyonnyo, bana bagenda okujja mu summit bajja kuba basula mu hoteli endala ate bayita mu pothole. Ekirala, Your Excellency, badde nkusaba kubanga kijja kuba kya buli amaanya bwe nzija wano ne sikyogerako ekyo bannange kye boogereko ekyokukwata abantu. Nze nali e Masaka olwana era abaserikale ababeera babuzangawo abantu, naye kati buli lwogenda ku Twitter olaba ekifaananyi muntu ng'agamba Sara muli eyo musirise omukyala, waliwo n'erinnya omukyala gwe bayita Olivia Lutaaya. Olivia Lutaaya babeera bamwogerako, nakati twogedde nti tujja wano abantu bamusiba, alina abaana 2 bumusibe bw'ali mu commercial. Kati abantu babeera bagamba naye muzeeyi nga muntu w'abantu ng'alina ekisa ng'amanya abakyala n'abalina abaana baabwe nga bato, lwaki ekyo temukyogerako? Ekirala nti buvunaanyizibwa bwa gavumenti
bamusubira bwereere,
tebakyogerako. Kati oba tomanyi babulimba naye bagamba mu court martial.
But you can be in martial for good reason.
Babeera bagamba bamusibira byabufuzi.
The court martial is mainly to do with the terrorist cases. And so you get facts.
Yes. And then related to that.
Thank you, Sarah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, if the Europeans say they would buy coffee which is grown in land encroached from the forest, I don't agree with the Europeans, but this time I would agree with them. I would say, kati abazungu nabo bogedde kyamagezi, because they don't normally tebakwata lugoro. But in this case, if they say kubanga baba banyambye nti abaru bibira emwayi mwe kitugenda kuzugula omuzungu ngenda kumwe okoze kyamagezi. Because why do people go to the forest? Twabagamba dda wetlands zino zemugamba. Why? I would agree with the Europeans this time. I would agree with them because it is criminal to go in the wetlands. We don't Kukambo, no, because the country is moving all the time. In spite of those in this, the country is moving. More factories, more this, more that. But abantu abo abatawuliriza, we shall of course deal with them at the right time. We shall deal with them. But why not leave? Because when we come from the bush, they encroached on the whole of Mabera. I chased that Mabera had disappeared. When I checked it has come back now. Mabera is. Kubanga yali abagambye nti mugende mu kibira kikiri naso. But I ordered them back, and the forest came back. So even these forests will come back. Because we are busy, like now we are having some issues. These ones divert us here, but we shall. They will leave. They will leave. So if Mazungu have that pressure, that's good. I like it. Multiple parameters of Gomba. Gomba hii mwana Chahi. Now, but even here, but Wawangura UPC, we didn't fight in every corner of Uganda. Twasooka tukubira UPC Ruwero. Songolera bagamba kanyigo ka Ruwero. Twagamba nti UPC jangu wano tukubire kiwoko wano. Nitulebire eyo mu Ruwero. Nibale majje from West Nile netugakuba. Bagawa until they collapse in Kampala. Still in Ruwero. So, bibye mugamba nti abakolito okutunjika yapa hakindi mu Uganda bakyogera bati to put something on top of the other one. Okay. So, singa ankonda, singa onfunira bwino yebyapa nga bisatu. Noyinga nti nakona kubanga yonna Chahi, Bianja, Madu, yonna mulina obukulembeze eyo. Why don't you work with them? You Nkunda koragana nabo tufune bwino ya like 3 cities.
Your Excellency, Actually, my uncle is a victim. Nyine uncle wanje.
Now, don't okutonzia. Okutonzia wo mu Luganda batia. Okujiza. Tebana fudde biki. Ngambo nyabo. Now, you just get wind of your uncle's land, and wind of another one, which you know, and wind of another, like 3 of them, and give them to that police officer. Then we come in, because this is like a civic duty. If you have come across such misuse of power, why don't you help by okulambika? Kulambika is what? To lay properly. Then we kill those 3. You remember what happened to the water? Whatever sent in Prime Minister's office. They were called Obey. Another one. Kazinda. Abantu abo bali babisenti ne tubakwata. And really, no fund was thinking about. I don't think they even arrive. So, if we now make an example, singo tuyamba ne betutuga.
Kubanga etteeka bingi ebyekikanga ekyo badde bigattikaniddwa minisita wa lands ababisazaamu kubanga etteeka likikkiriza n'ekirala ministry ya lands efuba okubanga ekozesa ebyuma bikalimagezi information yenna ebeere kutimbagana okwo kijja kutuyamba okumalawo okugatta ebyapa ebyo.
Yeah, but Oksazam is not enough because we want to punish the one who did it.
We have developed an IT system, the land information management system, where if you are titled and that land is already titled, you will know. So if there is a case of titling, it is just fraud. It means somebody has deliberately just committed fraud. Because now with the IT system,
But Ankunda is that she's aware of so many cases. That's why I want her to just get 3 cases. Okay. Ankunda. Now, the question about 2026 transition. We shall deal with that at the right time. Omanyi the problem was blood pressure. What is your problem? You have got any problems handling you now.
Waliwo n'abalala beeraliikira olw'okuba baba tebaagala kuluzi kweraliikira kwa mirundi 2. Waliwo abeeraliikira gunaagenda waliwo abatya nti oba anaatulekawo.
No, if you know that NRM is a rational political force, ate waliwo byekoleeko myaka gyonna bwe tutuuka ku awo tusalawo bwe tuti. Why would you worry that because 1971 I mean yajja mu buyinza No, 1966. Obote ya institution. Netutura netuoga netusalawanti katigire tulingo. We didn't the bush, although we didn't support what they did. 1966. That's why I was telling you during that time I was busy promoting the land enclosure system. Now Amin comes in 71 and we see to Nakati this time to Nokurwa. NRM yo Saramu. 81 Nyatusarawanti bali bagamba no musirike mkwe anti-neda. This time if we kusirika Uganda agenda we will collapse completely. So we decided to fight. Then all this we have all this we come 1986. Then we say, what do we do now? That's what we said. Now, for now, just tambura kumugendo. You remember the name broad base. Then we constitutional assembly, constituent assembly. Then big issue. This one. We are always dealing with all those issues. There was a blood pressure. Like we have done with all these issues. I remember 1989 when we decided to invite the ANC here, the group of South Africa. They had been chased from Angola. They had nowhere to go. I had a cabinet meeting, a big debate. Some of the members opposing, so no, don't bring ANC here. If you bring ANC, the Wazungu will attack us. The South African whites will bomb us. But the South African whites don't want these people to be in South Africa. They want them to be in Angola. They don't want them to be in Uganda. They want them to be. They are here? No way. Let them. The reason we. So, all these issues can be debated and decided on rationally. Then I think it was 2005, the party. When was it? 2015? 2005. Married party, until we say, okay, Mbaleke bagende, so similarly, this of 2026 will be decided, and transition is happening every 5 years because that's the transition. We didn't continue with what do you think about that? Will get a transition. So opportunity for transition is always there 5 years. The last 30 years. The only problem they have is that them has overperformed. So the majority of the people keep doing it. This is the problem. lwaki abantu bajagala. The soldiers and matters, I would issue an executive order. They will get out. We have discussed it in cabinet. I have not had time to draft the executive order. They will get out, and they should not be part of land matters. Soldiers should be fighting, not in Munsambu. Whatever Musirikari are Munsambu. In Sambu, was it in Sambu? In Sambu, land boundary.
In Salo.
In Salo, in Nyankore. Shambu. Bolaba Musirikari Munsala Zama. Omanyito yusi Musirikari. Musirikari abera murusiwa no mu byamataka. Uyu musirikare wa kikaki. Kajingo, good roads up country. Then here the roads are bad. It is actually part of the same story. What you are saying is actually the truth. In some countries, in many, I suspect in many countries, especially in Africa, the towns are very developed. Then you go country, terrible. For us, of course, there is also some planning in Kampala, but I think there is also the overall orientation of our thinking. Like, I have not followed these small roads, Zimbabwe Fanani, the potholes. I have not followed them up. No, the other time my daughter took me to some of them. But in my head, I have the plan of the whole country in my head. From, remember, the points of the compass. North, south, east, west. North, east, northwest, southeast, southwest, northwest. This is our plan for the road. And you can check it. From here to the north, directly north, is tarmac. The road is excellent, small but good. Up to Nimre, that is north-south. From here to the south, there the roads got damaged to Mutukura. Mutukura, the road got damaged. It had been done, but it needs to be done again. They are going to do it. That one, south. Now, east-west, from Maraba all the way to Mpondwe. You can tell the distance. It must be like Maraba is 140 miles from here. Kampala, Fort Portal is 200. Then you add to the border is like I don't know, about 80 miles. That's a distance of almost 500 miles of Tarmac Road, east to west. Then you go northeast now, northwest, Arua, all the way to Koboko, northeast, all the way to Moroto, southeast. So, if you, now that, what does that mean? Barium, I think it was Barium, but no, it was Ramaram who said it had taken him 2 hours to go from Mbarara to Kampala. It took him like, I don't know, 4 what in Kampala. Okay, that's a problem. But he moved very fast from the periphery to the center. Now the problem is in the center. Now, if we had concentrated on the center, and the road is very good in the center, but we did not have that penetration, would that be good? I don't think it is. I don't think it will be good. So, even in Kampala, I have advised them to handle the Kampala in the same way: north, south, east, west. Then, if men with the bad road, they should be the smaller ones which are key. So, I think when you are assessing the roads, assess them holistically. Holistically. Like somebody coming from the north, he may not encounter those bad roads. Those bad roads are the industrial area, those Omunda. But from the north to the post office center of Kampala, the road in Kawempe is not so bad now. We've got some small sections near Morago, but the other road is all right. From the east, the road in the Namamve area had got, but I think they're working on it now. So you find that these main directions, east, west, north, south, southeast, even Kampala, the roads are not so bad. It is other ones. There's Atavi. So somebody is saying, No, I'm talking about the main ones. Even through Kampala. Because the one from Hoima, which is the northwest, all the way to post office, is it bad? I have not passed through Nakurabi recently. Mungona has a problem on the Hoima Road. Oh, okay. Not passed there recently. But this is how, in my view, because our main task is to link the country. The country linked or not linked? Because that's the main one. Maridadi, if interruption with the linkage, I get one. But Maridadi one on Nawadi. As long as the linkage is there. Now, Narutaya, you find out the case about Narutaya, about Bamsibera Kasinje. Get in touch with the Jingo. Let's have one batch of 5 questions and we end there.
Your Excellency, we will We actually got some questions from our Bazukuru country. Mbale, Lango, Nile, and then we'll add, I think, 2 more here. So, team, if you can just play those questions. Thanks.
I work with and for Elogon FM Bari. The general concern from Bugisu is about the government intervention to relocate people living in landslide areas in Bugisu region. Over the years, we've lost so many people due to landslides and landslides. And always government had promised to relocate people living in landslide-prone areas to safer places. But it seems the plan is taking longer. Your people from Bugisu are willing to listen. Your plan to relocate them to safer places since we are expecting more rains next year. Thank you a lot, Your Excellency.
My name is Job Richard, CEO Organization for Transparency at Uganda. Mr. President, I come from West Nile, titled Maracha. Right now, the biggest problem in West Nile next to poor electricity is the network of roads. The roads are very terrible, Mr. President. The road from Koboko to Yumbe to Moyo, which is the World Bank funded project that you launched in 2021, is in a very poor state. The road from Nebi to Zombo to Arua is very bad. The road from Nebi to Arua is very bad. Mr. President, what is your plan of doing this before 2026? Because in 2026, one of the issues that will determine the voting power in Western Nile is the road network. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. My name is Elvis Ajwiha. I work for Voice of Lang FM in Lagos. Your Excellency, you may be aware that Lango sub-region is known for supporting football. And I would like to know from you, what are the plans that the government of Uganda is having for Akibwa to us AFCON come 2027? Thank you.
Okay, we'll now add 2 to that, to those 3. Patrick Kamara and Henry Mulindwa. So, Patrick, you have a question here? Give him the microphone.
Thank you, Mr. President. The last time, Mr. President, we met, I had a conversation with you. It created a lot of excitement, but I don't want to go into that. I'm very passionate about the oil and gas sector, and recently said that the pipeline was not your choice. The refinery was your choice. In fact, the pipeline, according to you, was a compromise. Up to now, I don't know whether you are clear on whether we shall be able to have the refinery, because that's your first idea, as opposed to the compromise. Do you have a sense, with all respect, of frustration that what was your flagship idea has been taken by the compromise? And I'm not asking another question, sir, but you have challenged us.
That's one question. Thank you very much, sir. Patrick?
To make an elevator pitch on the East African community.
Could I have Henry Mulindwa? Henry Mulindwa, next question.
Excellency, my name is Henry Mulindwa. I work with the inspector. Excellency has been passionate about power generation from different sources. And in this case, I'm talking about power generation from bagasse which comes from sugarcane. You know, there are some companies, for example, Kachira, which is producing power, and it was licensed to produce 50 megawatts, of which 20 megawatts are used internally and 30 megawatts go to national grid. But recently, when I took 2 of these factories, I found that they are not producing that power as required. They are producing 8 megawatts. The reason being that they don't have the raw materials in the form of sugarcane. And what they are saying, managers, is that The raw materials are very scarce just simply because we have so many factories around Busoga, I can say. And there is no regulation to regulate location of sugar factories. So what are you going to do about this, sir? And when are we going to have a bill to regulate location of sugar factories, sir?
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Now, the landslides, well, I'm glad that the Bagisuna and the people in Mount Elgon are worried about the landslides, because that's what we're telling them all along. But they were being told by the others that it doesn't matter, that encroaching the forest, because that was part of the problem, encroaching on the forest reserve, that it was all right. It was the culture of the Gisu to eat malewa. Malewa is some bamboo thing. We were telling them that, you know, those days, people were not cutting the forest. They would just go and pick malewa and go back far away. Now, uprooting the forest is very dangerous for you. So it seems everybody now is convinced. But let me ask the Prime Minister, because the Prime Minister has been very active in the resettlement.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Excellency, you are aware that government has provided 10 million per person to be relocated, in addition to the 7 million given directly. It's an NGO from America that has come in to assist us. Your Excellency, Give Directly has so far already given 4,000 homesteads out of 5,700, and the government of Uganda is starting in January to also give the 10. For us, before we give you the 10, you have to sign a consent form, which consent form is an agreement between the government of Uganda and the people in Mount Elgon who are going to relocate. They who do not want to go to Bunamutie, who will be given money and they go and settle elsewhere within the districts of jurisdiction. We are starting in Bududa with 2,000 people. After that, we shall go to Manama until when we cover the Elgon area. Your Excellency, this was your directive, which we are implementing. We have been taking data, and we have already told these people to open up bank accounts with the bank, which is done. Your Excellency, we are ready to go. If that Minister of Finance has not given us enough funds to start once and for all, but they have so far given us 10 billion, and that will relocate 1,000 people. That's all I can do, Your Excellency. Thank you so much.
So now that we have people have woken up to the danger that the land is abandoned by the population and it becomes forest, so that the forest protects, because the trees with their roots in the soil, they hold the ground. The ground. So when you remove the trees, the soil is bald-headed, and the water can wash it away. The omtunga, omukoka, muruganda, utwalitaka. So now that people have agreed, the rest is just, you hear there is a plan supported partly by, originally we were carrying the burden of looking for land for the people. But that, they also agree that because I may want to land and farm in Chiriandongo. I may get the 17 million and open a duka in Bali. Fine, good. So we're giving them cash now. That's what you hear. I'm glad people are now running away from the danger. Now, network of roads you heard what the man was saying, exactly confirming what I'm saying. He was saying that, of course, you, the newspaperman, you don't know those places. So I don't suffer from that disadvantage. What he was, you have him talking of Koboko, Yumbe, Moyo Road, that it is bad. And then he talked about Nebi, something else. But he did not talk about Pakwach, Nebi, Arua, Koboko. Because it is already done. It's already done. The part between Pakwach and the town had gone bad, but they have done it again. Also the part from Karuma all the way to Pakwach, a long stretch. So the parts he's talking about are the ones which are still Maram roads. And we have a plan to do using the refugee money. I should have asked Katumba to be here and answer that. But using the money for the refugees, we are supposed to tarmac Koboko, Yumbe, Moyo, Laropi, the ferry. We have already tarmac the road from Atiak to Ajumani to Laropi. It's already tarmac. So we are going to tarmac those roads, that road. And we are also going to work on the road from Nebi to the border, to Goli, with Congo. Now, the Maram roads, our directive is maintain them as good class Maram. A few months ago, I drove on a good road from, I think it is Obongi to, or was it from that section, Obongi somewhere. Very good road. Maram, but strong and well done. You wouldn't feel any bump at all. So therefore, for the district roads, we have added 1 billion for each district, whatever they were getting before, so that they maintain the Maram roads. But by having gravel or winja, compacting them properly, then making drainage. So we are aware of we have, and we have also said, don't make new roads, don't tarmac roads without maintaining the old ones. That sector is going to be consolidated. Akibua. People have been making some issues about this Akibua. The NRM doesn't believe it's touching everywhere and ending up being nowhere. No. Believe in the wisdom that Kamukagwe Muganda, one by one makes a bundle. So we hear that these roads were tarmac all the way to Moroto, all the way to Sepedi, It is because we prioritized. I think they told me they call it Oksoso Waza. Oksoso Waza. To do one thing first and then do the other thing. If you look at the budget, in many of the years, the money for water was little. But the money for the roads was more. It's not because we didn't think water was important. It is because we knew that you don't have the capacity to be everywhere, to do everything at the same time. So therefore, when it came to stadiums, we owned Nambori. We built a Nambori using Chinese grant, which had been sitting there since independence. When we came, we used it and we built a Nambori. It's not because we didn't know sports. We know, I'm a sportsman. But you cannot touch here, touch everywhere. No, you will not make any impact. So we said, what Uganda needs is peace. Like that area of Kapchorwa, where one of these young people are coming from. We have not built, we have just built a stadium there now recently. The training center, the Terriet Altitude Training Center, we've just finished it now. Otherwise, we hadn't done much. But indirectly, by funding the army, because we funded the army, to bring peace to that area, which had been in war for almost 40 years. So these young people, this Cheptegei, when you see them running up and down, it is because they have peace in where they are coming from. Even if we have not done other things, but peace, which had to come from budget. So the question was, what do you start with? There's no peace here. There are no stadiums. So what do you start with? Start with a stadium without peace. Osiri nawe so confident then I can even run in the hills, in the what, no stadium, what. After all, cross country is not in the stadium. Cross country is cross country. Cross country means you run in the bush. So this is why we have not done many stadiums. But I alerted my people, I said, people, we have now repaired. Some of our people are working on Nachivugo, on a PP arrangement, Chigundu boy, they call it Chigundu. Then I am the one who said, if we get money, in fact I wanted to get a loan from the Chinese to do a Kibua and Buhinga in Fort. I am the one who proposed that. And we tried to talk with the Chinese about the loan, but the loan didn't come. But we kept Kibua and Buhinga on the front line. Because the Africans are never in a hurry. As if they were just there doing little, then something happened. To what charity? I don't know, some of our people got involved with the AFCON. Is it AFCON or what? That one there. AFCON banana. To East Africa, our more want to host AFCON. Okay. Kuanga bwampurira mu East Africa ataka akamwenyu kaji. Okay, let's do it together. So we put in application. They went to Cairo with the other people, Tanzanians, Kenyans, and we got Afcon. Katonda yabazwa Afcon. Now, when Afcon comes, it comes with its own bukwakulizo, its own conditionality. You must have 3 international level stadiums. I have 2. I've got Nambore, so I have 2. So I'm looking for 1. I'm going to build a Kibua because that was the one in my head. In my head. So those rangies not taking my idea. They have now taken my idea and said, it's my idea. So I said, okay, to finesse it, let's get money and work on a Kibua. It should be the 3rd. About Afcon and budget. Omanyi, Kuanga fit want to bawa nyo. We are very high class people. The stadium, because the stadium, we shall play there, but also practice there. But no okuzanyira yo at no manyiza. Okay. So that means we must be able to move by air. There must be an international airport nearby. Oh. You see, Afcon now how it has problems. An international Chisawe near an international airport. Kati akibu ndio anajikora ntia. So how we had now to go from airfield now, from stadium to airport now. But airport becomes now the best factor. And you know the class of the Ugandans. But now, Kampala, we have got two Afcon will take twice, it doesn't matter. But Kampala basanyuke nabo. This one Nambole and Nachivu, fine. Those ones have the airport nearby, so our Nachivu. But now, other international airport which you have just built. In fact, I was thinking of Guru. Say, okay, if that to get Guru Kuanga Wari it doesn't correct Chamaji Maridadi. The army are not what Afcon wants. Afcon is in Ghana. Because my name is if it is now about Peche and Guru about because it not what, it is not what, it is not. There is AFCON, then there is IATA. The options are so many lost. So now that means that's how we went to Hoima. The consideration is now not the stadium, but this one which we have just built for something different. The running airport had been oil for about oil. Bagaga tebali ngamwe okugamba nti he lands in Entebbe, then drives all the way there. Ali mtu wa manyi nnyo kale the airport, so that the Bagaga come land and go. Okay, you're out of now. You know the Banyankole pass were not eating. The Waganda were the ones eating chicken. So one day the shuttle of Muganda spoiled to put something. Then Muganda said, "If you're tough, you know you're saying and up Korea." So now the airport determines the stadium, the football. Our national plans are fair. We shall do. We are beginning to think of doing even as Akibo, Buhinga, Bugembe, Rieyo. If you go to Soro, there is a football stadium there. Mbare, there, Kacheka, Barara. We are going to do all those. Please, don't mix our plans with this AFCON. What do you call it in something which comes, what, bonanza or what, which comes, which you are not planned, which are not planned, which we just came. That's the logic. Now, if we start now saying that we must build an airfield now of the it's not, yes, there is an airfield, but it cannot be turned into an airfield of the type they want. Not even Soloti, they don't even regard it as that type. Now, the refinery will be built. We are going to build the refinery. Actually, we have got very good players now. Now, the electricity is using enough electricity. Our Bible, we Gambia, Sigachi Chakungula, whatever she reaps, we talk to people. How say of it? Is it zoning? Zoning. Factory of sugar with its outgrowers. People opposed it. Say, no. Let the Bikajo be Cheyagari. Whoever wants. We try to do. So what happened now? Because sugar cane is not one of our priority crops for our the poor. You can give these people my 2 booklets. And the one which I gave in 2018, the 4 sectors and 7 activities. Sugar cane is for either medium farmers. So it's not for the small people. And much of the land in Uga is by small people. Small pieces of land. Now the big people had rented land from the smaller people. That's why they were trying to grow the sugar cane using rented land. But that has developed a crisis because I think the sugar price fell or something. Now, because of that, there's no more sugar cane, very little sugar cane. And because of that, they don't have bagasse, electricity. Therefore, the answer is to go back to what they refused. To say, Kachira, and then Minister of Industry, the licensing, the factories, even without sugar cane. Why do you license a factory with sugar cane? Why? But because of Nume, so we had to withdraw a bit. Now you see the crisis. So the answer, please, go back to, and there's also another issue that Uganda is not very competitive in sugar production. Bring my booklets, my own 2 copies here. So sugar cane, because Uganda is high altitude, our altitude 1,000 meters above the sea is not so good for sugar. It's not like Brazil. When you hear Brazil is growing sugar, it is sea level, low-lying and humid. That's why you find some of the countries like Swaziland grow sugar cane better than here. There's what they call sugar recovery. If you take a sugar cane, how much of it is sugar? I think it is like, you can check the figures, I think ours here is like 10%, while the other ones in Sudan is more. Check that. So our sugar is not very competitive. But because some of them don't listen, they have been teaching our people to do sugar, so that's why the problem is. But you read my document. I'm not an enemy. You know the problem. I think my chances of going to heaven are quite good.
Amen.
Because I treat the people of Uganda as if they are my own children. I can't. What I my children is what I tell Ugandans, all of them. Because I cannot tell Omunaku of 2 acres that grow sugarcane. The question is, how much will he or she get from 1 acre in a year? And if the average landing is only 2 acres, it means that he has got 1 acre of food, the acre of money is only 1. If he chooses the wrong enterprise, he will never get out of poverty. But these people talk about Ugandans as if they are enemies. How can you recommend to your people to grow sugar cane when you know they have got only 2 acres? Are you an enemy or what? They don't listen. Cotton. In the north there, Moses Hari, I told you this cotton. How much do you get from an acre in a year for cotton? I think it's like 1 million, including cost. So if the land holding is 2 acres per homestead, how can I get money from cotton? Western Nile, tobacco. That's why I went around, everything is writing. I don't think these one people, informers of our country, I don't think they have ever read those booklets. But Katonda Jari, God is there. So that's why the crisis of electricity. Let me conclude, you people. I had 5 points for the end of the year. First of all, I congratulate everybody for near the ending 2023. We are remaining a few days. But on the every, God be praised to us this far. On this occasion, I've just 5 points. Point number 1 are the pressures we are getting from outside about the homosexual bill. Some of the people will be worried. Oh, this pressure, but me, I'm not really worried at all. This is because this is an opportunity to clarify one point, that Uganda can stand on its own. And some of us are indigenous people of this area. This is this is our area. For the last more than 1,000 years, we have been active here. The Europeans came for a short period. They went. Our communities are very strong. The problem has been the leaders who don't know what is crucial and what is secondary. Like you remember, for instance, when people was the war in Ukraine, you remember people say, wheat, I told you, but you people, why are you concerned with wheat? You got Muhogo here. Oh, they laughed. Muhogo is a starch than those doctors can tell you. Muhogo is richer starch than wheat, especially millet. It is richer starch than. So, for me, I am confident that you shall manage. And you can see, you can look at the economy, it's growing. Look at inflation. Inflation is one of the lowest now in the whole world. Inflation now here is 2.3%. You ask the inflation in America, you ask them. You ask other countries. Why is the inflation? Because we told our people to produce food. And through NADS, we have been spreading production. That's why so much food now. And we have all these other raw materials. So therefore, the economy will grow in spite of the pressures. And I would advise those ones who are the pressures to stop, because it's not good for them. They will get a bad reputation, and we shall prove our point that African countries stand on their own. The second point is this residual terrorism by the groups in Congo. I want to thank His Excellency Tshisekedi. Some two years ago, he allowed us to hunt ADF in Congo, and we are doing it very well. So if the other day we attacked them very badly in Congo. This morning, our aircrafts were there attacking them. I have not checked the results because I have been meetings, but we are going to wipe out those groups and their leaders who are in Congo, who send these people to come and die here. But in the meantime, even during this festive season, I would like people to be on alert, because you see the border is open. I don't close borders, and I have discarded the idea of roadblocks because they are blind. So whatever we do, somebody coming from Congo, he can nobody can say we can stop you from entering from Congo, because even if they need to go through the border point, they will go through the bush and enter. So what is crucial is the intelligence, which we normally have, but you can't get the last minute you may have, but the terrorist is right ahead of you, but especially the vigilance of the people. Like during this festive season, when people are in the churches, they are in the mosques, they are in the markets, transport on the buses, because these are people who are not known in the area. They are coming from, they are trying to trade from Congo. We try to identify them. If we get their pictures, we put them on the social media. So with vigilance, we have been able to stop many of them, like the one who wanted to plant bombs near Kayanja's church, and the ones who had wanted to plant bombs, the pork eaters in what was the place? Kumamboga. There was also this other one. Kansanga. Kabalagala. Chikuba Mutwe, eh? Was it called Chikuba Mutwe? Chikuba Mutwe. This is vigilance. So, vigilance. These are easy to detect because these are who are not known in your area. When you see them, see someone you don't know, challenge him and call the police. There are many, because we are really on them inside over there, we are hitting them, but until they are all eliminated, you can rule out that one or two can, like these 10 sneaked through because of loss of our people near Mpon. They came through place called Kayanja, near Lake Edward. The area is cultivated, and there's only Kasumaro bush where they hid, but our people were not that. So they passed 10 of them. We have now killed 5, arrested 1. There remain 4, and it is these 4 who killed the people in Kamwenji. But we are fighting them, and we are also working with the LDUs to ensure that, because these are easy to deal with. If we had LDU in that area, they would have dealt with them. So therefore, on the issue of terrorism, I want to report that we are really dealing with them on the other side. They try to come behind us to divert us in their simple thinking, they want, but in the meantime, vigilance on the side of the Wananchi. Now, the third point is wealth creation. The message, I have done the experiment from 1966. I started with the and this booklet from Owirza, grass thatch to Matafar House, capture that story of how the can change. This one here talks about the activities which can support low-income people. Now, we have been talking about this since 1995, but the message does not sink so easily. But there are some people who really run quickly. Recently, I was in Kagadi, in Kakumiro. The boy there, the boy Yamkama, young minister of state, he has quickly planted this, he has developed the 4 acres model and put it on the ground. I visited the he is selling 302 trays of eggs per day. 302 trays. You know how to count the magi. I think there are 24 eggs in one tray or something.
30.
There are 30?
Yes.
So, selling 302 trays per day. He is producing some milk from a few cows in the shed. Then pineapples, he grew pineapples. He has got pigs. So he told me, he told us, we were all there, that each month he makes a profit of 55 million shillings from 4 acres. 55 million shillings. Profit after removing the inputs. So the boy is getting 600 million shillings from 4 acres. So, bamutumirinya nti bali baseka. Abali baseka. Those who are laughing at me. Uganda yatuma omwana we erinnya lya abali baseka bajandabe. The ones who are laughing at me, let them come and see what has happened. So, of course, I've got other people like Nyakana in Fort Portal. I've got my area, Kisozi, my area, because me as a leader who has got high hopes of going to heaven, I cannot be a neighbor to poor people. Ogomuziro, Sirira Bavu, Nirawo Mugaga, Ndiwakati Bavu, Nineba Kechiro, Nizukuka Kumacha, Nizra Neba Kechiro, Katondawo, Agendo Okunyigira. So I fought with Chiso's people. They now have income, all of them. In fact, Kuanga Balibansa Bantega was sent. I hear now that they are looking for me to give me money. More sent. That's good for change. So therefore, the wealth station is not a story. There are people who have woken up, and they are good examples. And it will be good for you people, because remember also, you need to improve your chances of going to heaven. Already Olimba. You think that's the end of the world? You know, I have been here watching since 1960. Abantu balinga nkabaruju as if somebody has abantu. You know, the way they were doing things, you see what? See, they are very strong. They are what? So be careful. When you get a chance, don't misuse it. You have got a chance to be on the radio, no limba, and you know you are telling lies.
Is my joy. Ono bulu magiki wange. Ayo Talaba kumabala atukuza nonyirira okirako enyange tayisa bubi fabriki kyonna kyekiri kigwalwa bulu magiki. Bulu magiki is my choice. Ono bulu magiki ye wange. And bulu magiki is my choice. Hey, ono bulu magiki ye wange.
To GOTV, choose your package from as low as 15,000 shillings and enjoy entertainment for the whole family. Tweyagale fetwina contenti. GOTV Uganda, love it.
Mama nyabo, ino internet wenyukanga ekizungirizi. Ate kamera ya yolumamyo. Banange ebyandaka kubogo. Buno mugano gwenyini. Funa kabodisu supakati ku nsimbi ezisaliddwako ng'otandika kusinza emitwalo 49 zokka. Usasule mpola mpola sinzi 833 buli lunaku. Weewangulire omugano gwa kabode super okuva ku MTN weefunire GB 2 eza data wa MTN buli mwezi okumala emyezi 8. Weegemulire kabode super kati okuva ku dduuka lya MTN wonna mu ggwanga. Everywhere you go, MTN ekolera wansi w'amateeka ga UCC.
This is Jordan. When it comes to classwork, Jordan is magic. Jordan shines. Jordan makes his peers better. Jordan is a true leader. White Star Magic family, be a leader, be magic.
Luxury redefined at Seasan Hotel as you indulge in the splendor of elegant living fit for the royalty that you are. Step into comfort, pampering and blissful customer-centric service as you select from our range of comfy exquisite living quarters furnished to meet with your royal preference. Surrounded by scenic beauty, our tropical setting allows you to escape the glamorous ordeal of city life. Our ambient green gardens will guide you to a place of revitalizing rest. The 3-star restaurant caters to your palate, serving your choice menu ranging from exotic cuisines to local delicacies. Our chefs will serve you full-course meals for a truly out-of-this-world culinary experience. Our fully stocked bar to whet your throat, from renowned global brand whisks, brandies, gins, beers and wines to our locally celebrated beverages, you will not lack for any brewage. It's an all-new experience in the East at Seasan Hotel. So visit today at plot 15 to 19 Spire Road, Ginger, or contact us on +256 751 719 960 and +256 785 354 614 for reservations. Seasan Hotel.